A mob setting fire to a furniture factory is a symbol of their discontent with consumerism. They're mostly discontent that it's not their consumerism. They're already looting the electronics store next door. A pack are throwing its screens into the factory's blazing shopfront, in between looking up at the helicopter filming them and gesturing angrily, adding to their shouting and the roar and crackle. They're angry, but they also know they're becoming international stars, and that their images will be viewed until the end of society. Perhaps it's odd then that they're attempting to engineer its downfall. The scene changes to a hurricane ripping up a storm-darkened tropical harbour. Small boats are being lifted and shaken by the angry sea wind as it batters boarded apartments and shuttered shops. A deep voiceover says, "There are floods from Bangladesh to Wales. The weather is unpredictable everywhere, except to say that it's getting warmer. Britain has just endured another cold spring, followed by a blasting summer and another dry winter, alleviated only with the occasional flood and storm. Burnt-out deserts of once arable land increasingly scar the earth. The most recent famine decimated Mongolia. 1,000,000 Siberians have also starved to death, news of which catastrophe is only just beginning to reach the outside world." As if for relief from the bad news, there's a clip for an ad for organic shake, served by a waitress in a turquoise suit. "It's full of fruit," she says, shaking the carton at the viewer, knowing that it's full of sugar. Then the deep voice intones, "Meanwhile, the seas are being depleted and poisoned. If you don't believe me, stand on any beach around the world. You'll see an oily membrane wash up at the head of the surf. This is detergent, mostly. Non-biodegradable, of course. Sea bathing is increasingly medically disadvised, except in our specially processed resorts. In fact, water is beginning to determine the destiny of continents. 2 million people in the Horn of Africa died of poisoned water or thirst last year. The rich world is caught in its own anti-environmental and anti-social economic traps, as I don't need to tell you. Worldwide, there are still more than 3 billion people living in ghetto slums. So what should we do?" The screen cuts to the presenter's face. "All these problems and more give us our mandate. Feed the hungry, educate the masses. That's our mission. We're going to edutain the masses into an army of planet savers. Then we're going to change the destiny of the world." The screen goes dead. What do we think then the woman in a lab coat controlling the remote asks? A psychologist pitching an embryonic edit of the trailer to its star, her boss, in a studio presently only an empty warehouse. Their financial director supports her. Apocalypse TV, he grins. Could we get any more current affairs? After all, our best projections say that the global economy is already doomed. I wouldn't start with people destroying TV sets, though, financial director qualifies. It sends out the wrong message. Bit heavy on the bleak prophecy side too, the boss, also the producer, presenter, and writer, comment. Candy it up with more visuals, nice long beautiful nature shots, less of my rant. Linger on the symbolism rather than going heavy on the polemic. It's better art, as well as more effective communication. That's entertainment in the postmodern world, the woman with the remote replies, with a notable slice of sarcasm. Art is turning into mere emotional stimulation, in the process disappearing down its own self-satisfied vortex. So why not join the parade? The CEO ignores her design suggestion and replies to the financial director. Maybe we could call it the Planet Show. I mean, it tells people what's really happening now globally, doesn't it? He has a plan to save the world from itself.